you know, she went and applied to colleges, and she got an Illinois college and a scholarship.
Right.
She just didn't like it, and then same thing. She switched over to.
All right, 6 p.m. We'll call this regular village board meeting to order. If you'd all join me in a moment of silence, and tonight, as we also keep in mind our soon-to-be sworn-in trustee Meredith and her family and the loss that they suffered over the weekend. Trustee Mann, on your last evening, would you lead us in the pledge? Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you take the roll?
Trustee Mao. Here. Trustee Mann.
Here. Michelle, ready.
Present.
Trustee Detmer.
Here.
Trustee Gerger.
Present.
Trustee Churchill.
Present.
Village President Kinsey.
Present. Any public announcements this evening? As we begin new terms, we will have various appointments to boards and commissions that will be available. If you have interest in serving on planning, parks, what am I missing? Zoning Board of Appeals, or any of our commissions, submit a letter of interest to Pat McCarthy. Any public comments on agenda topics? Hearing none. A motion to put the consent agenda on the table.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Charles made a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Trustee Mann. Any discussion or comments regarding the warnings or the minutes?
I just had one question about the A1 lock charge for repairing the front door of the utility office. Seemed like a pretty high charge. I didn't know what had happened there. Do you happen to remember? $1,500 or so.
They had to replace the whole mechanism for that door.
Electronic. Is it electronic?
Yeah.
I see. Thanks.
I just had one more. It was about a $30,000 charge for the power solutions, $32,000 for Exeter Power Solutions. Do you know what that was for?
Where'd Shane go? Shane, do you know what 30,000 went towards Annexter?
Primary EPR per sealed bid. Yeah. Yep.
That's wild.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Madam Clerk, you take the roll.
Trustee Mao. Yes. Trustee Mann.
Yes.
Trustee Charles.
Yes.
Trustee Detmer.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
All right. We'll leave the letter of credit on old business. And before adjournment, I wanted to take a moment. Thank you, Trustee Mann, for 4 years of service. I've admired your ability to keep a calm head, level head, and probably one of my most respected traits in anybody is a man of your word. You always did exactly what you said you were going to do. You'll be missed. Your voice will be missed, and it's been a great benefit to the village. So thank you for those 4 years.
I agree.
I would just add it's been a pleasure. 4 years ago, running and representing the citizens of Chatham. It runs the whole gamut of emotions from pride to frustration, but it's always it was a good 4 years, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
And Madam Clerk, also studious and diligent in your note-taking for 4 years. We've appreciated having you around and your humor that you've brought as well. So thank you for 4 dedicated years of service. So,
Thank you.
So with that, Trustee Mann, can I have a motion to adjourn sine die?
I will make that motion.
And do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And Amy, one time for an honorary vote.
Yes. Trustee Mao. Yes. Trustee Mann.
Yes.
Trustee Charo.
Yes.
Trustee Detmer.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
And Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
No, I was giving you the opportunity to vote to adjourn.
Clerk Dahlkamp.
So, Clerk Dahlkamp,
Yes.
thank you very much. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for all you've done. So,
I will take my nameplate.
All the best.
Thank you. I'll come around.
good. Got tight up here all of a sudden. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron.
Good job. Okay, and there's the count. Bye.
Fine.
Amy.
Bye.
I will. I will.
Just come and heckle Holden.
There's no check in it.
All right, and with that, Judge Jagani was gracious enough to join us this evening to swear in the newly elected officials. I think the sentiment was everybody's okay just doing it all at once and getting ties off as quick as we can.
I was going to have my family hold it.
Yes, absolutely. Have it on. Wendy, if you guys want to come up and stand with Brett,
Are we standing in front here?
we can do that.
Someplace that Joe can get a good picture of you all.
Yeah, right around here.
Let me get up there as one of your kids. Picture too.
It's all gathered right here.
Okay, are we ready to give this a shot with this form that I was given? All right. Please state your names. One start, please raise your hand. Having been elected to the following offices: Dave Kimsey, Village President.
Having been elected to the office of Village President.
Brett Gerber, Village Trustee.
Having been elected to village trustee.
Paul Scherschel, Village Trustee.
Having been elected to village trustee.
And Dan Holden, Village Clerk.
Having been elected to the office of village clerk.
Here in the village of Chatham, Illinois, in the county of Sangamon, aforesaid, do you each solemnly swear or affirm that you each will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that you each will faithfully discharge the duties of the office that you were elected to the best of your abilities? I will. All right, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
First one I've done. I'm used to doing weddings. Anybody wants to get married? I got you both. You want this off?
All right.
Yes. Appreciate it.
Ours took a lot longer.
That's like a super duper.
We did ours individual.
You can throw that one around, can't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And then we had different people.
So this works there, okay, so it's easier sometimes than,
I didn't realize it does feel like a long
Okay,
Is that a Surface Pro?
Mr. Clerk, I get at least like 6 times calling you Madam Clerk before I get into a new groove.
oh, sure.
Ready, Dan?
ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
All right, we'll call this board meeting back to order, and we'll take a roll call, please, Mr. Clerk.
Trustee Chiaro.
Present.
Trustee Detmers.
Here.
Trustee Gerger.
Here.
Trustee Mao. Here. Trustee Churchill.
Present.
And Trustee Meredith Ferguson is absent.
I'm here too.
Dave Kim.
Also present. You'll catch on. All right, item 1 under new business is a resolution recognizing the contributions of William H. Shannon to the Chatham Railroad Depot Museum in the village of Chatham. Could I have a motion to bring this to the floor?
I'll move.
Trustee Detmers has made a motion,
I'll second.
second by Trustee Churchill. Bill, you want to stand up so everybody here knows who you are?
To where you're at on the agenda.
Whereas the members of the corporate authorities of the Village of Chatham are pleased to recognize the service and commitment that William Bill H. Shannon has shown to the Chatham Railroad Depot Museum and to the Village of Chatham. And whereas Bill's efforts and commitment were instrumental in establishing the creation of the Chatham Railroad Depot Museum, and whereas Bill oversaw and guided the renovation of the depot in 2015, coordinating the work of members, volunteers, and contributions of materials and supplies from vendors to restore the depot to its original 1902 appearance. And whereas Bill's continual efforts since 2004 to improve the event have served to make the annual car show a significant fundraising event and tourist attraction in the village of Chatham. And whereas Bill's pride in the depot has reflected not only in his willingness to actively promote the Chatham Depot Museum in and outside of Chatham, but in his attention to the care and maintenance of the museum. Whereas Bill has served 27 years in a leadership role, guiding the operations of the depot under the Chicago, Illinois Midland chapter of the National Railroad Historical Society and the Chatham Railroad Museum Association as its president. Now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Chatham, Sangamon County, Illinois, that on the cusp of his retirement of service to the Chatham Railroad Depot and the Village of Chatham, we commend Mr. William H. Shannon for his unyielding dedication, and we will all be forever grateful for his endeavors. Can I have all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That is unanimous. So, Bill, we have a copy for you. Joel, you have to look at Joe. He'll take your picture. Thank you very much. Sort of lost for words. Well, we're gonna be lost. We're gonna be lost without you, Bill. It's been great.
I really hate the big Chatham. I don't know when yet exactly, but before summer's over.
All right, sir. Safe travel.
Well deserved, Bill.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
Sorry, how do you get one in there?
Hey, Bill, are you leaving by train? Are you trying to say I'm being
We may have tried diligently to get an extra stop put in, but somehow the railroads don't like to do that. Okay. Thank you very much, Bill. And you guys don't feel obligated to sit and listen to the rest of the meeting unless you're so inclined. We appreciate the contributions for all of you that volunteer with the Railroad Depot and the association. It's a really a neat asset to have in town. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, guys.
I think it's up there in the dots. Yeah. Right. Congratulations, Bill. See where it says 100%. Hit that plus sign there. There you go. One more.
Okay, item number 2, transferring appropriation authority between line items and adopting supplemental appropriations for the fiscal year 2021. Can I have a motion to bring this to the floor?
Make that motion.
Trustee Miles made a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Charo. This summarizes all of what Sherry had put in the memo at the committee meeting. Is there any additional questions or discussion? If none, Mr. Clerk, would you take the roll?
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Item 3 is an ordinance authorizing village expenditures pending adoptions of annual appropriation ordinance. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Charo has made a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Trustee Detmers. This extends the appropriation authority that we're working on into the new fiscal year. I'm a creature of habit. Under the governor's executive orders, this technically isn't required yet, but to keep it on their calendar so we don't miss it in the future, let's go ahead and put this up.
Does this have an end date? Or is this an in perpetuity? I didn't see an end date with it.
With the current disaster proclamations, I believe it's 90 days after.
90 days.
There's technically no statutory requirement to even pass a budget or appropriations until 90 days after the end of the disaster declaration.
Okay, so this would end within after 90 days
At the 90 days from the end of
from May 1.
The
90 days
disaster.
from the end of the government
COVID.
disaster.
But that one.
We'll hope to have a budget before then.
We've already had a couple meetings. The staff is good on where we're at on things. We're putting all that stuff together in a package to be able to present to the board. So we'll probably do the same type of thing that we did before. Allow each one of you to meet in groups of twos so we can go over it ahead of time. There's a lot to cover.
Okay.
But we'll be setting that up probably sometime, not next week, maybe the week after that, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Clerk, take a roll.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes. Switching it up on us. I just
I
got
like
used to going first.
I like it.
Item 4 is an ordinance approving a 90-day extension of the term of the water system interconnection agreement between the city of Springfield and the village of Chatham. Could I have a motion to bring this to the floor?
Like that motion.
Trustee Miles made a motion of a second.
Second.
Second by Trustee Charo. This is same terms and conditions we're operating on as we continue to talk through what the next agreement looks like. Further discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes.
Item 5 is a resolution authorizing the sale of certain surplus real estate.
I'll move.
A motion made by Trustee Detmers. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Trustee Mao. This is the vacant land off of Plummer and what's that cross street, Pat?
Ravina.
Ravina. Any discussion?
We don't have a buyer, right? We're just authorizing the sale.
You described this better, Greg.
That's right. Yeah, we're authorizing the sale. Any contract would still need to come back and be approved by the board. This just authorizes HAT to list this as for sale and try to sell the property.
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk?
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Okay, items 6 and 7 are the same. An ordinance approving a pre-annexation agreement with Caleb and Allison Schupbach.
I move.
Motion made by Trustee Detmers. Do we have a second?
Second.
Who's that, Paul? Second by Trustee Gerber.
Yep.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk?
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Item 8 is an ordinance annexing certain property to the village of Chatham. This is the voice property. Could I have a motion, please?
Like that motion.
Trustee Miles made a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Churchill. Any discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Clerk?
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
All right, ordinance 9, an ordinance annexing certain property to the village of Chatham, the Pickett. Could I have a motion to move this to old business?
I'll make a motion.
Trustee Charles made a motion, second by Trustee Detmers. That'll remain and go to old business. Item 10 is the MFT General Maintenance Section number 21 bunch of zeros dash GM.
Yeah.
Can I have a motion to bring this resolution to the floor?
That motion.
Trustee Miles made a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Trustee Charles made a second. This is $275,000 of MFT funds with the explanation that had been provided by Engineer Michaels at the Committee of the Whole. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Clerk?
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Mao.
Yes.
Trustee Gerger.
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Item 11 is the resolution for maintenance in the MFT. This is the Oak Brook portion of the MFT program. A motion to bring this to the floor.
I'll move.
Second.
Motion by trustee Detmer, second by trustee Charo. Same explanation. Any discussion?
It's 314,000. Right.
Yes. Yes.
And we don't know when the start date on this project is, right? I know it's highly anticipated.
Once we pass this, then it allows it to go out for bids.
Thank you.
These are state bids. MFT.
Huh?
There's a state bidding cycle.
Right.
to go into. Mr. Clerk.
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Mao. Yes. Trustee Gerber.
Yes.
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Any public comments regarding any village business? Hearing none. Scheduled meetings, Public Properties and Recreation Committee, May 10th at 6. Village Board, 6 p.m., May 11th. Committee of the Whole, 6:15 or thereafter. Chatham Fire Police Commission meeting, May 19th, 5:30. Planning Commission, 6 p.m., May 20th. And the Village Board again, 6 p.m., May 25th. At this time, I would take a motion to move to closed session under Personnel 2C1 and Collective Negotiating 2C2.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Charles made a motion. Second?
I'll second.
Second by, you guys, you sound too much alike and I need a different ear. Trustee Gerger?
We'll raise our hand too.
Yeah. Mr. Clerk, would you take a roll, please?
Trustee Churchill.
Yes.
Trustee Gerber.
Yes.
Trustee Detmers.
Yes.
Trustee Chiaro.
Yes.
Trustee Mao. Yes.
All right, there'll be no further action taken after the end of the executive session, so we do continue to use this room. So at this point, we ask all the public attending